Hey, what's up, traders? Watch this video here for Thursday, October 17th. I'm starting off with BNGO because it was like the stock of the day, and I'm showing you 5-minute candles. Look at all these gaps. Every one of these where you see a gap was a halt. That stupid volatility halt rule. Having said that, usually that makes a stock untradeable. Still made a couple of really nice calls in this one. One was right there. It halted right there when it came out of the halt. I called it back through 175 high of day break. If you notice, that happened right there. Never came back to that level. Also called it on it as it was coming down here. It looked like this. As it was coming down here on a 2 flush, a whole number flush, right around that 20 period moving average 5-minute candles. I was bidding 192. It went down to 189. I was 3 cents underwater for about a half a second. And then it ended up just ripping. I don't know if ripping's the right term, though, when it keeps halting. But huge move. Both of those entries here and here never looked back. I love that. That's what day trading is all about. If you can catch an entry where it doesn't look back at your entry, you're in good shape, because then all you have to do is scale out and you're never underwater. Love that. A couple other calls for those that weren't in chat today. DTSS called this long right there. Another one didn't look back. Look at that. Right through 350. And it went up to over 550, really in about a half hour, not counting, or probably counting halts. Another one that halted, but still a huge move. And then what else? OCGN. Called it right there. Again, right there on a break of the highs. I think it was 167 where I called it, and never looked back. All right, so there was some real big ones today. It is nice to see momentum in some of these names. It's still a little weird out there because you're seeing a lot of volatility halts both ways. But right now, low floaters are, if you're finding the right entries, they're actually working pretty well. So, and we're in earnings season, so there's plenty to trade right now. BIMI, I just put on bounce watch again. Had this huge move, then the sell-off, then the gap down today. Not in love with it, but I got to keep that one on watch. TLRY, I want to watch that because I should have started with Cron, because Cron, CRON, closed at 840, and as I'm talking, it's trading at 1035. Looks like after hours is closed now. Looks like it went up to almost 12 in after hours and settled in at 1035. So a nice gap up, big gap up. And so there might be a rally in the pot stocks tomorrow. So I want to watch Cron, and TLRY is always often a good trader when the pot stocks are going. So also want to watch that one. 2270 is where it closed in after hours. OCGN, already showed you this one intraday. It had that big move though and big volume, so I do want to watch it for potential red to green tomorrow. NBEV, NBEV, big pop today, although gave a lot of it back, closing well off its highs. We want to watch that one. Keep in mind, I'm a day trader. None of these are meant to be overnight holds. I am looking for A+ intraday setups in all of these. So that's NBEV. SES, another recent high flyer. It actually went from, I don't know, under $2 to 26, and now 2 big down days, closing at 725. What I'd like to see is a somewhat narrow range and then an afternoon high of day break. That's a decent recipe for a little mini squeeze for a day trade. It's one of those things. A lot of people are underwater in it now, a ton of people. But keep in mind, it started below 2 and it's at 725. Again, with the crazy moves, you got to keep that one on watch. TOPS had the pop the other day that topped out at 429, and now it's kind of flagging. Today's high 420. Over this flag might get going, which is a reason that I put CTRM on watch. Had this nice pop the other day, a couple days lower. So if the baby shippers get going, I like both of those. I already talked about Cron, and then the last one, FT, nothing pretty on this daily chart, but trading at $1.30 in after hours, so a potential gap and go on that one. Again, only with a proper intraday setup. We'll see y'all in chat tomorrow. Have a great night.